ever wanted to do is doing it.
Hello and welcome to the Handy Show episode 2. You'll probably notice from the background that I'm not in London this week. I'm actually on holiday, and so I thought I would reflect on being a traveller, being someone that's staying in a hotel myself this week. And my main reflections are the fact that the experience could be so much better. The whole process of arriving, checking in, and at the end of the experience checking out is always a painful thing to do. But also during the stay, whilst there are always the odd kind of colourful characters that you meet when you go down to breakfast or kind of when you are mingling around the hotel. I kind of feel quite often in a hotel you arrive and you leave with very little kind of interaction and very little engagement, and it doesn't feel like I'm staying at somewhere that knows me. It doesn't feel like I'm staying somewhere that has made an effort to understand my needs and to personalise my stay and make it as good as it possibly could be. Now, of course, a lot of that is because many of the systems that sit in your hotels will be quite kind of legacy-driven systems, and it's very difficult to actually connect information together to be able to do something with it. But if you think about the way that digital has transformed so many other parts of what we expect and see and use today, it feels like we're on the verge of a major transformation in the hotel industry. There is so much more that could be done, collecting data on guests, understanding them, using analytics to personalise the experience and to make that experience as good as possible. Obviously, with our own handy device, we're starting to do that, starting to, as a kind of companion device, help people kind of be like a local, be able to go and see all of the places that they want to see and give them advice, bubble up interesting things that they may want to do whilst they're there. But it's not just about the content and the experiences and what tickets they may book. It's also about making the experience as seamless as possible, as frictionless as possible. And quite often, I think there's a language barrier. People don't necessarily get across to the concierge or someone at the front desk what they want. And the beauty of digital is that actually anyone can use it to get the answers they need and to get the support they need. So think about digital concierge, concierge chat. That's another thing that Handy offers. Think about how in-room dining can be automated through digital, so people could actually book a kind of dinner reservation while they're actually sitting on the beach. That would have been very useful for me. Think about kind of how the hotel could in the future start to kind of suggest things that the guests might want to do, knowing that they're a fan of a certain kind of music artist or knowing that they love a certain type of food. There's so much more that could be done. So my reflection is really on how much more and how far there is to go in terms of bringing technology into the kind of forefront of hotels and using it in a helpful, useful way to improve the experience. So what I'd really love to hear from you this week is any hotel owners or kind of hotel GMs or kind of front desk staff out there. What are the things that you would most like to be able to do with technology? What are the things that guests most often ask you to be able to do? And if you were to kind of reimagine how your hotel could kind of be improved and guests could be given a much better experience using technology, what would those things be? So feel free to kind of jump in and add some comments down below. Would love to hear what you think. I'm very keen now that I've taken over the reins, Handy. I'm very keen to hear as much insight from our customers as possible so that we can actually tailor and personalise the solutions that we create to be as most useful as they can to you. So that's all for this week. See you next week.